Good morning, this is Panhandle Prepper here. I wanted to shoot a quick video. I wasn't going to do that this morning, but came out and I saw this bunny here, this mama, and there was hair all over the crate, so that's a good indication to me she's about to have a litter of a little kid, a little litter of bunny rabbits. So I just wanted to go over that real quick, and I'll put this up here so you can see it a little bit easier. It's already hot, it's already well into the 80s, it's barely 9 o'clock. But anyway, a bunch of hair. I came out this morning and I saw a bunch of this hair. It's all over the ground here. You can't see it now because I'll explain that in a minute. But there's hair all over the cage. So I saw the cage, I saw that, and I said very quickly I better put that nesting box in there. So let me adjust my camera here. Here's a good shot of that nesting box. Again, I built this stuff from scratch, and that way you don't have to go out and spend 20 bucks for a little aluminum thing. It's foolish. Save your money. Food's very expensive. I'm going to cover some food storage later anyway. Oh, well, let me talk about this. Here is your diatomaceous earth. If you can see, oh, there you go. There's good. Diatomaceous earth, food grade. Okay, let me get a good shot of that so you can see how the word looks. There it goes. Diatomaceous earth. And this right here, you got to be careful. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. Where are we at here? There we go. Food grade, or food chemical codex grade, 40-pound sack. Very important. Diatomaceous earth. And let me show you what this stuff looks like and why I use it so much. Alright, so your diatomaceous earth. Flip my little thing around so I can see. There we go. There it is. It's just the powder. Where am I at here? Can you see? If you can see or not, but it's just the powder, and there's your diatomaceous earth. And what I like to do with it is I like to spread it around. There we go. What we do is we spread it around, all around where the rabbits' cage is, all on the ground, maybe just a tiny little bit around the wood. I just kind of spread it around all over the place, just dust it very lightly all over the place. You can throw it, and it's like ninja dust. You just throw it, poof, and it just goes all over the place. And so you just take a couple little pinches of this stuff and just throw it around. And what'll happen is, wow, it's all over my camera. What happens is that dusting, you can probably see it pretty good here. There it is. I stepped in some of it. That dusting right there will, it'll keep the fire ants out of there. Excuse me. One time I had a litter last summer, I think. And came home to check on a hot day, and fire ants just ate the whole litter up. I mean, they were just covered in fire ants. Nothing you could do. I had to get rid of them. It was sad, but that's the way it goes with prepping and farm life. But anyhow, that's one thing that I do, and I use that diatomaceous earth constantly where I live. There are bugs and critter crawlers and all kinds of stuff. She's going into labor, maybe today. So I'll come back tonight, and I'll check and make sure that everything's going right. And I don't have any on hand right now, but what I'll do is I'll keep a roll of paper towel, maybe a spatula. I don't like using tongs. I just take paper towels because if sometimes she won't deliver inside the little box inside the crate, so I'll take the little paper towels clean and I'll pick them up. Maybe I'll try to take a little bit of her hair and cover them in there, and I'll pick them up and I'll stick them in her nesting box. And I'll use wood chips, I'll use hay, whatever I can. I'll put lots of it in there. And she'll go ahead, and a good mama will figure it out. Don't worry about being too hot. She'll make it. She'll fix the temperature. She'll do everything she's supposed to do right if she's a good mama. And this one is a great mama. She does a wonderful job. So I wanted to share that with you, show you some things about that. This is a log splitting crate. I'll give you a better view. We'll walk over on this side. This is a log splitting crate. And basically what we've got here is a big old long crate. There it is. You can see it pretty good there. There's my male. We got a long crate there. And basically what's happened is I took some bungee cords and I put them up on the crate there that I made, that round cage that I made. And I hooked it up to the bungee cord, one on each side, and hooked it down to the crate. Because sometimes they get active, especially at night, and they'll go ahead and they'll bounce themselves right off of that crate. So that doesn't happen when you bungee cord it up. Notice the metal. I try as much as possible to go ahead and put a metal. In other words, the idea is I don't want wood contact to the rabbits. That's what causes a lot of problems with bugs and mice and lice and fire ants. Is you want to make a contact barrier if you can out of metal. So I use whatever I had to use. The bottom of that crate I got for floor support I got old curtain rods. There's a stick on the back side, and so I just use whatever I can use so I don't have to spend a lot of money. You do not want to spend a lot of money. Food is so expensive, getting worse. You don't want to spend all that money. So, very important. Let me adjust my tripod a little bit. Ooh. There we go. Okay. Oh, here's a quick little thing I want to show you. What I'll do is with those bungee cords in place, you can move the crate out of the way. And then what I'll do is he's going to the bathroom in the back a little bit right there. So I'll take my hose. And if I don't have time to do a proper cleaning, I'll just kind of hose off the yucky stuff really quick right there like that. Oh, sorry, Mama. There you go. And that way it at least will break up all that nasty stuff. Let it drain for just a second. And that way the rabbit doesn't get mites and get nasty stuff. It's a quick clean. And then you just rotate it back. It's on bungee cords. You adjust it real quick. We're good to go. See, the bungee cords are great. I don't keep your rabbit on there. So, oh, you can see it on this side. Let me spin around. And you can see it on this side right here. I did the same thing. I bungee cord it. The other rabbits. Now, all these little rabbits, they go crazy. They bounce around. That cage will flip over if it's not tied down. Bungee cords are a lot cheaper. They're pretty cheap. I think I had these laying around or got them for free or something. You just tie them down. Both sides, and it keeps them intact, keeps that cage from falling off of there. So that's a good idea. All right. Oh, let me walk back over here. I forgot to mention something. Is these little things here? There's number one, that little box, that feeder box. Let me get you a little more steady here, so it's not so shaky. There you go. That feeder box. They when there's babies in there especially, they'll chew the bottoms of those things out. They'll chew the screens out, and all your food will fall over the floor. You'll waste a ton of food. I got frustrated and said, forget this. I'm tired of spending $5-7 per feeder, per rabbit. And then when I have babies, it's not staying full anyway. So what I'll do instead is I will adjust my camera first. Whoa, that leg is way out. There we go. Let me adjust the camera here real quick. There it goes. All right, see it? The bowl. The ceramic bowls, I use those instead. I use tons of them. You can, they're very versatile. You can use them for things later on. If you quit having rabbits, you can use them for storage bowls, feed other animals, feed a cat out of it. You can just use it. I like being versatile in my prepping stuff and my homesteading. That way you don't have to waste as much money, and you already have raw materials. You can use them over and over again for many applications. So keep that in mind as you're working up your homestead and working that stuff out. Oh, 5-gallon buckets. Get as many as you can. I use those constantly, and for everything, from my prepping all the way to my food storage, all the way down to the feed. For my rabbits, chickens, 5-gallon buckets is the way to go. And the wife and kids can carry full 5-gallon buckets and load them up in a trailer if you've got to get out of Dodge for some reason. Okay. Food grade buckets if possible. Let me share this with you. Check this out here. This morning, I came out. Oh, there's a good shot. Much better lighting this time. There's a bunch of squirrel holes in there. And what I'll do is I'll come on over here. See if this will work. So the squirrel holes dug all up through here. And I've already smoothed them out. And I know there's squirrel holes because of the way that I could tell. So what you want to do is you want to use your feet. I'm not going to stick my hands down in that stuff. I'm just going to use my foot. I'm just going to spread back over the tracks. Now, you're definitely going to want to do something like that. And that is what the U.S. Border Patrol taught me that a long time ago. And what I mean by that is that, in other words, a man's footprints are going to show up in the sand. And that way you can track them and you can see, there's some different things. You know, you take a box and you count all the tracks and all that stuff. We're not going to get into that now. But what you're going to do is you're just going to see what has been through your area, your livestock, your house, whatever. You're going to watch and learn whose footprints are whose. Fire ants all over the place. And then you're going to take something like a rake or something, and you're going to smooth it all back out. And then when you smooth it all back out, then you can see the next day or in an hour or whatever who has been through there. All right, you can keep track. Better get up the fire ants on there. You can keep track of everything that's been through there. Whether it's people, animals, your dogs, your kids, your wife, the bad guy, whatever. You can keep track of what's going on. So that way I'll know. And also, what I can do is I could then set some squirrel traps here and get some squirrel stew going on here when I need that food. So what I do is I don't interrupt the squirrels. I let them do whatever they want to do so I can track them and learn what's going on. I've got probably 100, maybe 150 squirrels living all around my property. I let them go. They don't get in my attic. I haven't had a problem yet, but I'm letting them build the population up so I can start to eat them when I need them. So something to think about. So it's a good idea to think ahead like that. I'm trying to think of anything else I need to put on this video here. Okay, I got another minute. Let me try to gently walk over here and just show you what these squirrel little mounds look like. You can see them real clear right here. I'm about to redo my haystack. There it is. You see them? Can you see them? Let's see if I can zoom in a little. There we go. There's a good shot. Just look at little holes in the ground. That's probably squirrels, chances are. And they're digging through, looking for nuts, whatever, digging all through that stuff. And they'll just do that constantly. So I'll just keep a track of that. What I'll do is I'll just go out there. Lightly, I'm not going to go too hard. Lightly. There we go. Just real quick. Try to keep things quick and simple. I smooth it on out over there. That way that tomorrow I can look and see if they've come again and I can track them. I go on weather, humidity, temperature, and try to keep a journal if I really wanted to, and I could see the activity of these squirrels, learn what's going on. And when push comes to shove, we'll start having squirrel stew. At least my chances will be much higher of success with that when it comes time for that. All right. Well, I guess that's about it for this little broadcast. I got just another minute. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I would like to say. That's about it. So, back to Mama Rabbit here. So I'm just going to keep an eye on her. She's panting, she's hot, she's sweating. She's probably either in labor or very close to it. So, good idea. Oh, I'll show you my messy little crate here. This also, excuse me, is another log splitting crate. I should clean it up before I show you, but oh well, that's just how it is. And I built it, boots, weights, bags, garden supplies, up top. It's just for an outside thing. You just slap it together, you do the best you can with what you have. It's not a great, perfect thing, but hey, it's working for now, it's fine. And there you go. I had the material, I just reinforced a little bit, and it will hold up for now. I'll fix it. The thing is with this prepping thing, and the thing is with homesteading, is you use what you have. My wife's calling me. I'll be there in a minute. Hold on. You use what you've got, and when you get better stuff, you replace it, and you try to spend as little money as possible. For instance, I know it's really terrible looking, kind of crappy, but there's the first. The tree fell through it. It's been sitting there. I gotta chop it up and throw it out. But there is my first one of my chicken brooder pen. First one. Okay. Didn't cost me nothing, for free. And then here's my second one. I showed you that one already. See, and I had a couple $100 at the time. I wanted to build a nice one. So you go from, sorry about the vertigo. You go from free, there it is, didn't cost nothing. Got it for free, used it for almost 2 years. And when that time came right, farm evolved, and now I've got that. Okay, that's how this process should work. Don't go out and spend a ton of money. Just use what you got when you can. Do the best you can. It's a growing process, a learning process. It's going to be sloppy a little bit at times. Other times it's going to be nice and neat. So, all right. Well, that's it. And God bless. Thanks for watching. Hope you get something out of this, and we will see you later.